Hello everyone and welcome back to another DrAce video. Today we're going to be playing MotoGP 24 and it is time to continue our Moto3 career mode. It is time for one of the best circuits in the world. It's round 18. It is the Australian GP. It is Phillip Island. So as usual everyone, we are starting from the back of the grid. 120% difficulty AI. Let's crack on. Can we conquer Phillip Island once again? I think the last time we did it was in MotoGP 23 against Enea Bastianini. Let's see what we can do here today. Now, starting from the back of the grid, it hasn't been that much challenging, to be honest, in the past couple of Grand Prix, and usually Phillip Island has a bit of both. Sometimes it can be quite difficult, and then sometimes it can be really easy, and I am hoping that we get a bit of a battle here today. I haven't done any practice. I've, as usual, just jumped on, hit the record button, and absolutely going. Hashtag full send. Already, we're moving up quite nicely here, up to the top 15, just pushing past Noah Detweiler and Luca Lunetta, so not a great, clean start, but when you're starting this far back, you've got to absolutely send it, as mentioned just a moment ago. Now, Daniel Holgado is leading, and David Alonso is in second, so keen to see where the two Japanese riders are as we just bump the rear of Joel Esteban there. I feel like I'm carrying a significant amount of speed going into turn 8 and then in turn going into Lukey Heights with a lot of confidence, so I don't really want to be held up in some of the fastest parts of the circuit there. Joel Esteban, did he try and go around the outside then? That was brave. He's been given, well in fact there hasn't been anything given yet, but there is an investigation. Oh, Joel Esteban cut my nose off there. We're actually losing toe here from Taio Furusato. We need to stop mucking about and catch up to the top 10. Oh, I'm caught in the curb. I did that in an online session a couple of weeks ago actually with some of the aces. Got caught on that curb there and it bounced incredibly. It would have put me in a lap time about a second, maybe less than a second slower than our fastest ace, Segun Meerkat. So it was a good lap until that particular point. And in fact, running a bit deep, I'm going to move out of the way there. I know what the AI is like when they touch your rear tyre when you're full lean angle. Usually that means for you, disaster. For them, doesn't even bother them. So yeah, I had to lift up then just in case. But we are losing quite the touch here with Joel Esteban's teammate. One of my favourite riders, Stefano Neppa. He's up into the top 10, but there's a gap of 1.4 seconds at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. 1.3 as we now go into Siberia corner. I hope we're not going to fall behind here. It looks to be the two Husqvarnas are actually at the top of the pile there. Suzuki first, Holgado, well, as I say that, it's just changed again. Suzuki's now back ahead of Holgado, but they are chopping and changing. Are they going to help each other? Stefano Neppa makes an absolute pig's dinner out of Lukey Heights there. Goodness me, that could have ended terribly. Yellow flags out somewhere. Where's that happened? Oh, there's another bike ahead of us, but those yellow flags were out much earlier than that. In fact, was that Ortola? Yeah, that was Ivan Ortola who's just gone down. That's a shame for the MG corner. Very easy corner to get right. I don't doubt that all of us have made a mistake there. So, as far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't blame Ortola for that one until we've seen the replay. In fact, I'll chuck up the replay on the screen now for you to see. So on the straight then, lap time of 1:38.1. That is not going to catch up to Suzuki's lap time. Is this going to be one of those ones where we have to really push just for a podium? Closing in quite rapidly there on teammate David Munoz. Twitchy right leg as well for David Munoz. He's using a lot of rear brake mid-corner there. Interesting strategy from the 120% AI. And as we go then into the left-hand side, can I squeeze through on my BOE Motorsports KTM teammate? Not possible. I'll try and go the long way around then of both him and Joel Kelso. Of course, home circuit, home track, home race for the man on the left-hand side of your screens. Ooh, a bit of contact there with Joel. As we now get through in the left-hander, do we? Oh, it's a beautiful move, that. I really love how the Moto3 bikes just slot into each other's positions here in MotoGP 24. A little bit of a mistake there, but look at the speed we found going around the outside of Jose Antonio Rueda into Lukey Heights. What's going on with the other riders? Taio! He should be paying attention. looking behind him like that. That's absolutely asinine. He was not paying attention there, was he? Goodness me, we're up to 4th place. What a lap this has been for your Moto3 World Champion. Goodness me, getting a bit ahead of myself here. Moto3 World Championship leader. We've not quite won anything yet, but what we are going to win is our fastest lap bottle of Prosecco, if that's a thing. Across the line, Suzuki fastest 137.6 and bettered by the number 47 to 137.185. The Suzuki is leading the way, but that gap is coming down. Taio Furusato now leaving the door open for us to sneak up on inside, but he's going to go the long way around, is he? That's going to be a brave move. I tell you something, this could get interesting here. Whoa, a bit of a nudge there for Taio. Whoa, pushed him off the circuit there, and in fact he got a track limit warning for that. That was elbows out there. It was like Max Biaggi and Valentino Rossi back in the day. Was that 2001, Brunel, possibly? I do recall that very, very vividly. Not like I watched it back then, I was probably too young. Yeah, I do recall seeing that on the television at some point. But yeah, I do think that myself and Taio could really mess it up for each other here. He's going to be obviously rapid, he always is. And we're racing at a very quick level here. In fact, we're going to go through on David Alonso. Oh, I really wanted to make that stick again. Oh, a bit of a nudge there. Goodness me, I wasn't expecting for him to get pushed out of the way so effortlessly. As David Alonso goes for another lunge into the MG corner. Does he have the inside line? He does not. We braved it against the real-life, actual best rider in Moto3. David Alonso, head and shoulders above the pack in real-life Moto3, but in our virtual form, hasn't done anything. He won in Qatar, and then since then he's been pretty much dormant. Nothing else has happened for the number 80. So into the right-hand side then. The CF Moto rider in 3rd has now dropped to 5th, so that's not been a very promising lap there for David Alonso. But with a rider like Furusato passing you and then us obviously ahead of him first, it's going to be a bit of a soul-destroying moment for the young Colombian. But for us, we've got to get back to it. Less than a 10th of a second on this particular delta. Catching up to Holgado. I tell you something as well. Holgado is playing the absolute perfect wingman, isn't he? We're not going to have to just beat Suzuki here today. We're going to have to try and catch up to beat Holgado as well. And the pair of them using that slipstream, working together, is wonderful. My only one criticism would be, if this was the case, if that's what they're going to be doing, is that Holgado needs to lead. So he uses all of the fuel, he uses all of the tyre wear. Possibly. But it doesn't look like that's how it's going to go down. It looks like Suzuki says, you know what, just cover my rear, I've got this. I'll win this Grand Prix and I'll reduce the championship lead to the lad from Warrington to 38 championship points. It's certainly culminating for quite an interesting finish in this one. 1.7 is the gap. Didn't actually pay attention to see how much the gap was, but I do believe we've taken a good chunk of time out of both of the duo ahead of us. I'll keep on pushing and hopefully we'll get there. I don't doubt that we'll get a 36 at some point this race as well. Just don't know when that is going to materialise. Did take a little bit of a chance and a gamble with the soft option rear. I think that's what I'm going to choose now from now on, because if the tyre does die, it certainly adds a bit more interest towards the end of the video, and that's probably something that's sometimes been lacking, especially in the likes of Mandalika, Motegi, Mugello. There was 3 dominant Grand Prix where nobody really showed us a wheel. No one was capable of getting close to us. But I'm happy to say in this one here today, I am absolutely pushing it on the limit here in Phillip Island. So on lap 6, that gap has come down to 1.8. The gap to Holgado, it's gone down to 1.2. But have a look at sector 3 and 4. We noticed how quickly we were able to get past the likes of Rueda, Alonso, Via, Furusato. We were pretty rapid around this particular sector circuit. Gap is coming down again. It looks like they touched the apex here to Lukey Heights and they have a bit of a nightmare. The gap is coming down. Gap down to less than a second to Holgado. This is game on. I have to push really hard though. I am using a lot of soft tyres as well. Those Pirellis are on the absolute limit right now. 1.4 is the gap. Forasato trails by 0.8 of a second, so he is coming with me, but not quick enough. He isn't going to disrupt my rhythm, which is the thing I was really worried that he would do. He might still get close to me towards the latter stage of this video, but we'll see for now. But for now as well, of course, if you are enjoying, don't forget, like and subscribe, because it's 7 laps in. If you're still enjoying this one intently, you must be really enjoying the channel. So why not let it fly, hit the like button, and consider subscribing as well. But now, we have 2 riders eager to get away from the number 47. Every time that 47 appears, it's go time for action. Holgado knows this, and so does Tatsuki-san. We're absolutely on it now. I love these sort of races. I love it when there's a bit of a gap just materialising. You see a gap around 2 or 3 seconds, and then you go, I think I can catch that. I'm just going to get my head down and just go for it. And right now, this KTM feels wonderful. It is brilliant, honestly. Whoa, Danny Holgado is losing a lot of time here. Yeah, that's a smart decision. Just get out the way, Danny. Get out the way, mate. I'll sort it. I'll get after Tatsuki-san. I'm sure we'll catch up later on the podium, or possibly in Parc Ferme. We are absolutely on it now. This bike feels monumentally brilliant. Said that a few times this season now, and I'm really impressed with how the bikes feel in MotoGP 24. I'm having a blast. Absolutely loving Moto3. I don't mind whatever laps it is, I'm just having a good time with these small 250cc machines. And we are now less than a second behind Tatsuki Suzuki. It's inevitable, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa! Holgado. He's not quite finished yet, apparently. He's still wanting to do his teammate the ultimate favour. Will he be the ultimate sacrifice and send it to the moon? Surely not. Acosta says if you shoot to the moon, you still hit. Even if you fail, you still land amongst the stars. Danny Holgado, do that another day. Because right now, I am in pursuit. Does he go for it into the Miller corner, though? He does not. I am expecting a little lunge from whomever is behind me into turn 4. I feel like I'm good in that corner, but not as good as I used to be. I feel like in MotoGP 24, I've got to find the rhythm again. But this... Oh, that's a Tramit warning, isn't it? It is. That's a silly error, that. Gap is coming down to a second, but I feel like I'm getting a bit impatient here to catch up to Tatsuki-san. And that little mistake a moment ago has just put me in an odd spot. So onto the brakes we go then. Into the... Oh, I've messed it up! No! Please don't go down. Please don't go down. Oh, I've messed it up. I can't believe that. What a plonker. I've got to do all that again. 2.4 seconds I lost then. That was all... Excuse me, I'm losing my voice now as well. That was all because of that mishap running it off the circuit in turn 7. That completely unsettled me. I can't believe that. I've been singing the praises for the stability and the control of this KTM RC250. And I've just gone and done that. I tell you what, Taio Forasato, would he be in my grave that quick? He absolutely leaped to take second. That was such a small mistake. The gap had just reached less than a second. That's a huge swing for the championship. Have I got enough time to catch up? 2.6 is the gap. We need to get back into those 37s pronto. Oh, Danny Holgado. I thought he was going to have a pop at Taio there. Not happening just yet for the number 96. What can he do? We lean into the left-hand side and we size it up. Yeah, quick look at the championship then. 35 points clear we are from Suzuki. 105 clear from Taio Forasato. I've done it again. That's the second lap in a row. Oh, that's a... Oh, my... All right. Oh, okay. Calm down. That is 2 major mishaps in fact, 3, because we've got 3 track limit warnings there in 2 laps. We've got to calm down here. Just take it a little bit steadier now. Still a good lap nonetheless, but we're just getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Reading the championship standings is never a good time when you're in pursuit of two very, very fast riders. In fact, why not? Three riders. Daniel Gardo is still very fast, let's be honest. But as we get onto the long straight, we are not going to improve on the lap time, but we are back in the most important lap time, and that is the 1:37s. So can we catch up? Oh, a bit deep. That's okay. It's okay. We got onto the curb. Still a bit deep there for the southern loop. I'm absolutely pushing here. Is it too little, too late now? I might have made that mistake there. A bit too. Oh. We must continue pushing. At the very least, we've definitely got second place up for grabs. Suzuki's not all that far ahead. So to put it in context, the gap to Suzuki is 2.2. The gap to Danny Algardo and Tayo is 0.8 of a second. So it's not much of a big ask to catch up to Suzuki from there. We've just got to avoid going off the circuit again. Pay extra care and attention as if that corner was fragile in 7th and 8th corners. Tayo's made a mistake. Here goes the man from Alicante. Danny Algardo gets through. Oh, Tayo! Goodness me, I thought Tayo was going to absolutely clatter him. He's still going to clatter him. This is working out perfectly for me. These two can't help themselves. We're going to try and get through now. Can we get here to the left-hand side? Squeeze through on one. Can we squeeze through on the other? Not happening yet, but we know how quick that Honda is in a straight line. It is the absolute rocket ship of Moto3. We're in the slipstream though. We've definitely found a bit of speed in the... Well, I didn't do practice, but up on the inside of Tayo, we definitely found something then just to start this race off. And I think the thing is with this, which is so excellent for me, is I don't do any practice to start these videos. Tayo barges his way through there into the southern loop. Every single lap I feel that much more comfortable and calmer and collected and have the speed. This could work out in my favour now, because every lap, even though my rear tyre on the previous lap was rather warm, and the two soft tyres we have are both very, very worn on that left-hand side, and it is beginning to feel a little bit loose in the likes of some of these corners. Gap is up to 1.7. Can we still pull this off? Never say never is a mantra that we've had on this channel for a long time. There's been a lot of races in the past where it looks to be bleak and we've pulled it off. Could this be it today? One thing I have to remind you though, if we touch outside of the circuit just once, it's an instant long lap penalty. So we have got to be squeaky clean with a capital S. In fact, put the Q as capitalised as well. In fact, put the entire sentence in capital letters. Squeaky clean, ladies and gentlemen. It's got to be. 1:37.7 on that previous lap. Bear in mind, we did go toe-to-toe with Forasato and Danny Algardo in this very corner here. That gap is down to 1.3. This has still got all the hallmarks of a classic, ladies and gentlemen. Probably the best race of the season would be the Le Mans. The first time we moved to 120% difficulty. I'm not sure if this is going to beat it, but I tell you what, it's definitely up there in the archives. Come on. I'm absolutely pushing it now. I've also figured out halfway through this now that dropping down to first gear in a lot of these corners is giving me that extra oomph. It is giving me that additional boost that we need. The Mario Kart chevron things where you run over them. It's like a first gear. It's marvellous. That left-hand side of the tyre, that's going to be really scary now into the left-hand side. Oh, I'm losing the front, but so did Suzuki. Tatsuki has got to be suffering the same fate that we are now. Right leg out quickly for Suzuki as we drop into the MG corner. It's going to happen. The gap is less than a second. We've got time. We've got laps to burn. Surely this is it. Taio Furusato is not out of this either. I don't want to take a look behind me because I can see the graphic in the bottom left hand corner of your screen. On the map, there is 4 big boys travelling at the massive speeds of 140 miles an hour down the straight of Phillip Island. 1 second is the gap. It's stabilised ever so slightly in the favour of Tatsuki-san. We've in fact, all 4 of us get through into the Duan corner safely. Can we say the same for the left-hander of turn 2? We certainly can. This one is kicking off. It's about to happen. It's going to go down to the wire. 9/10 of a second it is. Taio's close though. I hope we don't do all the donkey work for Taio to pinch it. I'll be livid. He is really close now. I can see it happening. We're going to do all that work. We make a lunge on Suzuki. Taio Furusato says, thank you very much. I'll take that, if you don't mind. Well, did I get a track limit warning? Oh, that was close. That was... I think I did, you know. I think I abused the track limits then. We got away with it. MotoGP stewards obviously looking at something else. As we get late on the brakes again for turn 10. Oh, goodness me. I can't believe how close that was. That must have been millimetres. I mean, I can't look at it now, but for you guys, you have the ability to rewind that, but that to me looked like we abused the track limit again. We are absolutely on it now. Look at the drive we got out of the final corner. Our tyres must be in a better condition than Tatsuki's. Across the line, it's another consistent mid-137. This is it. Lap 14 could be the lap where we... Oh, the crowd are cheering. Did you hear them in the background then? I hope you guys watch the video just as loud as that. Screaming on the edge of your seats. I absolutely love this. This is it. It's going to be turn 4, isn't it? Can we make the pass to take the lead for the very first time in Phillip Island? It's taken 14 laps to be on contention with Tatsuki Suzuki around the outside. It's not going to work there, but it will position us in a safe spot to get onto the power. Good drive there from the Husqvarna, to be honest. The FS250 actually flew out of that left-hander. He's actually left me for dirt. Fair play, Tatsuki-san, fair play. We're in the slipstream, though. I'd love to get that lunge done on him like we did to Jose Antonio Rueda. I don't think it's going to go down to the wire just yet because he's made a mistake. He's fumbled it. And we are now through. Can Suzuki fight back? Surely he can't now. Taio is probably going to get through in a moment. I think tyre wear has succumbed, or should I say, Suzuki has succumbed to Pirelli's tyre wear. Is this it? Was that the last effort for Suzuki to fight back? I am disappointed he made that mistake because I was hoping to get a lunge into the MG corner on my favourite overtaking spots. Not been able to really do it in this one. Look at that lap time. 1,000th of a second difference. Whoa, hang on! Suzuki's fighting back! It's not over yet! Yes, Tatsuki-san! Oh, he doesn't want it though. He can't contend with the corner speed at this stage of the Grand Prix, surely. He's back up the inside again. Oh, we just shut the door in front of Tatsuki's face. We can peek through the peephole now because we're not going to see him once more. The door is locked and you don't have entry. There's no key. We've thrown it away. Wait, is he going to get back from the inside though? Gap is 0.2 of a second. It's not over yet. It really isn't. But if he doesn't get past me going into Sector 4, I'm afraid I'd have to say I think that's it. I don't think he's got what it takes to stop us. He's really close. Look at Suzuki. Oh my God. Fair play. Absolute full credit to the AI right now. The 120% AI not giving in. Biggest lead we've had for a while though is 0.4 of a second. Could it get to 5? It's not. Ooh, someone went down. It's Joel Kelso. Kelso's Aussie Grand Prix at home has come to a premature end. Since I've been taking those defensive lines, their lap time is suffering. We might find ourselves back into the 138s here. That's not helpful. Across the line as I sit up back in my chair. Oh, we did. We dropped into 38.2s. Angel Piqueros is out. Here comes Suzuki again. Oh, and there's Tayo as well. Oh, God. Voice is going here in the commentary booth. Can we survive against the two Japanese stars? Again, just riding round the outside of Tatsuki-san. Can he make the lunge into turn 4? This is the penultimate lap as he goes again. He is desperate to get through. What a race this has been. Phillip Island always produces some of the best Grand Prix racing you ever seen. And it's not failing to deliver here today either. Gap is back up to 4/10 though. Can we break the resolve of Tatsuki-san? No. I thought I was going to go off the circuit then. 2/10 of a second it is. It's definitely not over this. Definitely not over, but this is coming of age. The crescendo of a 16-lap effort. Can we hold on? Oh, Furusato's gone through. That could be it. Our biggest lead today as Suzuki fights back. The gap has risen to 7/10 on the penultimate lap. Maybe this is the crescendo. Maybe it's all culminated to us winning by a comfortable lap on the last lap. Let's find out. The penultimate lap has now concluded. It's time to start the final lap and the quick update with the championship standings. I'd have to look at that later because we have to concentrate here, but the gist of it is we've increased our lead to 52 points clear. The crowds are going mad. This is marvellous. What a race. Can he fight back? I don't think he can. I think we've broken the resolve of the two Japanese riders. Last time out, we were big in Japan, like the Alphaville song recommended. Brilliant. What a race. I'll have to think of something else here for a funky title for today's video, but I mean, never say never. We were in the grass in the MG corner. We had one more track limit warning before having a long lap penalty. I thought my chances were scuppered. We are now 4/10 of a second clear from the man who has led for around 12, 13, maybe 14 laps, and he's going to be denied on the final fight. This is not over. Gap is 4/10. 3/10. Let's not get too high or too low yet. Into the braking for turn 10. This is the final time we'll be tackling this particular corner in our Moto3 career mode. It'll be moving on to a new team, a new category. Stefano Nepper has now gone down on the final lap. Well, this is it. We have held him off to perfection. Ladies and gentlemen, for the third victory in a row, your BOE Motorsports KTM rider, we've done it. What a race. Suzuki's probably going to be disappointed with that, but what an effort. What a race. There goes your achievement as well, ladies and gentlemen. What a Grand Prix. That was brilliant. Screenshot saved for the archives. So a 2/10 of a second difference is all it was at the end of that Grand Prix. Holgado didn't do his teammate the defence job of the year after all. But I'm betting he certainly tried. Championship standings are thus 52 points clear, 121, 171. You get the point, you've seen it now. We can secure the championship in the next round where all of it started in the Thai GP, the Chang International Circuit, for next time out. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. See you in the next Grand Prix. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.